Hey guys, today I want to share my watch story with you. I was sharing it this morning with a woman that I was helping, and she just really liked it, and it occurred to me, well, maybe I should share it, um, on my YouTube channel so that other people may enjoy it too. So this is my watch story. I'm going to share it with you. It's about this watch, and it is a watch I've been wearing for probably 10 or maybe 15 years. I've never lost it. But anyway, so this all started because I stopped wearing a watch in my walk with the Lord back in the 90s because I was too focused on time and on the wall clock. And I was not focused enough on God's timing and listening to His Spirit and staying in the yoke. I was just getting caught up. And the Lord showed me the reason why I was getting caught up in this time and this time issue and rushing is because for many different reasons. My mom had been late a lot when she picked me up when I was a little girl. And I got kind of ridiculed, and some people shamed me repeatedly in elementary school and some in middle school when she would drive the carpool because she would be late. And there's a lot of reasons why. But anyway, it was just kind of a wound and a trauma, just a psychological weirdness that I had gone through. And so I had, as a coping mechanism over the years, kind of become overly obsessed with focusing on time and managing time. And I was really good at time management, but it was just too much, It's just, okay. And so the Lord was showing me that I needed to take my watch off and just listen to Him. And then He kept saying to me, I am the God of time. I am the God of time. I am the God of time. Like, I created time and I can do whatever I want with it. That's basically what it was saying. So forget about that wall clock. I'm in control of the time. I was like, okay, cool. Teach me more, So anyway, I was, what do I say next? Let's see. So fast forward around, I had 3 oldest girls were probably like 7, 5, and 4. And we were going to ride horses at the Sea Island Horse Stables. And so we got there, and my grandmother was with us. My grandmother, my mother, I was there, and the 3 oldest daughters. The youngest one wasn't born yet. We're going to ride horses at Sea Island Stables. We get out, and my mom was first, and then the girls went behind her, and then I went. My grandmother got out last and closed the door, and as she was getting out, she saw something shiny in the sand. Well, she picked it up. It was this watch. She picked it up, put it in her pocket, didn't say anything. And then she got it out later and said, oh, look at this watch I found. And we were like, oh, wow. We looked around for the person to try to find out whose it may be. We asked everybody, and we went up to the desk, and we said, hey, we found this watch, and we want to leave a note, and we want to leave our phone number. And if anyone comes up to asking for this a watch that they lost, have them call this number, and if they can describe the watch to us, we'll bring it back. We'll meet them here and give them the watch back. So we finished riding. The girls got to ride, and then we ended up going somewhere else. We went back to the house, and so anyway, we waited and waited. Next day, another week. We were there for a couple weeks, and nobody called. And so we ended up, and we had actually called the front desk back to make sure that they had gotten the right number and everything. We were so concerned about this watch, but nobody ever called back for it. And so my grandmother, the day we were leaving, we were packing up, and she goes, hey, darling, she was talking to my mom, and she goes, hey, darling, this watch just won't fit on it's too small for me, because she was kind of a larger woman. This won't fit on me. She had gotten it back out. I guess she had put it up. But anyway, she said, this won't fit on me. Here, darling, you take this watch. She gave it to my mom. My mom goes, that's not my style. And she goes, here, Ash. Gave it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, and I took it. At a moment, I paused, and I was like, Lord, you have this for me? Because I had not been wearing a watch for almost a year. And I was kind of saying to Him, is this time for me to get back on the wagon, so to speak, and figure out how to do this time thing with you? And He was like, yeah. And so I put it on. It fit me perfectly. So anyway, that night I was going to sleep and I was feeling the watch on my wrist and feeling how just strange it felt after having not worn one for so long. And he said, I will take from the wicked and give to the righteous. I was like, wow, okay, thanks, you know. And so then I went back home, and then I think, you know, shortly thereafter, at some point, I was walking around with the girls at the mall, and I went into Mayer and Berkeley and just asked them about this watch. And they said it was a very nice watch, and it was very expensive, and that I should take very good care of it. And so I was just very impressed that the Lord would remember this time lesson, and that he would let all of these things transpire to teach me a lesson about time and the fact that he's in control of time and that he can do with it whatever he wants. And after that, and during this time as well, there are some incidences that I talk about in my book, My Journey Through the Cross. And one of them was I was very stressed about time, about getting somewhere on time or being late, you know, because it was triggering that trauma when I was young, and I was overly concerned about, you know, the time-space dimension and not concerned with walking in the yoke of Christ, the quantum realm. And I would be so stressed out trying to get somewhere on time. And the Lord kept saying, I'm the God of time. I'm the God of time, remember? And so I would get there like maybe 10 minutes late. And I would go into the back row and I was like, oh, I barely made it. Oh, I wonder if they've started. And they hadn't even started yet. They'd be fumbling with some technical difficulty that they couldn't figure out. And then right as I would sit down, they'd be like, oh, here we go. Well, come on out now. Everything's good now, you know. So he would be showing me. This happened over and over again, not just one time. And it was not a coincidence. There were no coincidences in my life. But this happened over and over again. And he was showing me, you don't have to try to hold on to this dimension because I've transferred you into my dimension and I'm going to take care of everything. Even the things that you think I'm not in control of, I'm totally got your back and I'm in control. So it has helped resolve my issues with time and heal that wound from, you know, always being taken somewhere late. And so anyway, that's just my watch story, and I thought that you might enjoy that. And if it helps you in your walk with the Lord, then I hope it does. Okay, so God bless you, and you have a great day.